Hey guys, what's going on? It's Stef here. I hope you've been well. I know I have. And believe it or not, this is my 100th video on YouTube. It's crazy how time flies. Sometimes it feels like I just started this yesterday doing these cut-ins on my back porch. Well, on the other hand, it feels like I've been doing this forever. And I have to say, thank you guys so much for the support you've shown me over the last 2 years. It truly means the world to me. To celebrate my 100th video on YouTube, I've decided to do a giveaway. But more on that later. You're gonna have to wait till the end of the video to see what it's for and how to enter. Now, in terms of a synopsis of this week's video, kinda starts with a swing and a miss and ends with a bang. Or a double banger, if you will. And I suppose it's really fitting for my 100th video because this is a very good representation of metal detecting and what the hobby is all about, what it entails, and how it goes sometimes. Some days you swing and you miss, and others you knock it out of the park. So we begin this week's video at an awesome permission I have, and it just didn't pan out very well that day. I made a few cool finds, but not much to write home about. I know, that's a pretty crappy spoiler. Then we move on in the second half of the video to another site that I've been hunting recently, which a lot of you will recognize if you've been watching my most recent videos. And once again, that place turned out great. So that's what's on the table this week, but before we get started, as always, please remember I sell metal detecting equipment, so if you need anything metal detecting related at all, shoot me an email at stefdigs@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook as well. All right, let's hop in. All right, well, first target of the day came in at 23.24 on the Equinox. Sounded fantastic, sounded like a coin, of course, because it's a brass tack buckle. And those ring up very similar to coins. I don't think this one's too old, maybe 100 years or so. And by New England standards, that's not old, but it's a really good target. And I've kind of breezed through here before, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit today and see what else I can find. Well, I got a screaming 24 signal right along the tree line here. And it sounded very shallow. I was thinking, maybe it's just, you know, a copper modern penny right on the surface. And it wasn't. It's something different. It's about 11 million pieces of, let's see if I can get them all here, a little cap gun. Or just a toy gun otherwise. This must be the other side. Yep. Yeah, let's see, this will be the other side of the barrel, or the, whatever, bullet chamber, and a couple pieces of the barrel. I can't find any more of it just yet. Hopefully I can find the rest, but the thing I don't like about these is that they're always in 11 million pieces, and so it takes a while to excavate them, and obviously I'm looking for older stuff than this, but it's still pretty cool. It has some kind of weight to it, so hey, maybe we'll get a brand off of that. That'd be neat. All right, I'll let you know what's next. Well, I am right on the edge of the driveway, and I figured, you know what? I haven't swung over here yet. I got a 19 to 20 signal reading only a couple inches down. Thought it might be a Zincan or possibly an Indian, and I think it's an Indian. Nice and green. And really, I mean, it was like 2 inches deep. 3 or 4 maybe. Ew. Ew. It's very crusty, whatever it is, so probably an Indian. Are you just a weedy? You might just be a weedy. I think that's what that is. Okay, sorry for the lack of excitement there. I totally thought that was going to be an Indian. Yeah, I think that's all it is. All right. Well, if I find out something different, I'll come back. But if not, we'll just keep going. Well, I popped back into the yard, keeping a close eye on this guy. I've been stung so much recently. Yeah, anyway. I got a 12 to 13 signal. It's pretty shallow, and I'm surprised it seems to be something old. I picked it up. It's not a copper, I don't think. Shouldn't be with those numbers. But it looks to be on the older side, so let me brush that off and I'll come back. Okay, I brushed it off. It's got an iron backing. I guess I'm going to go with modern-ish bridle rosette, maybe? Bid boss? I don't know. Probably horse tack, and the numbers would have been thrown down because of that iron, so this is brass on the front, I believe. Yep. I have no idea on the age. Maybe late 18s, early 1900s. I don't actually know. Haven't seen one quite like this, so if you know, comment below. Well, kind of had to think about whether I wanted to dig this one or not. I'm still kind of cherry picking this yard since it's a new permission for me. It rang up like a mid-20s kind of squeaking in the middle of a ton of iron. And I'm glad I dug it because it seems to be something kind of interesting. At least I think so. Appears to be some kind of lead disc. I don't know. So that could be like a gaming piece or what the... Huh. Actually, it might be pewter, so let me be careful with this. I'm going to brush it off and come back. Well, brushing it off didn't help all that much. It's definitely like a pewter or lead composite. That's what I imagine the back is. I don't know. I mean, it could have been just a massive button, but I doubt it. It's so heavy. No idea. It's old, though. So, that's a good sign. We'll keep going. Oh, and I should specify, the reason I said I almost didn't dig this is because I'm getting a ton of, like, bent nails at 6 to 8 inches. And this was very, very iffy. So that's why I said I almost skipped over it this time. Just wanted to clarify for you. All right, be back with you on the next. Well, I'm back at one of my absolute favorite sites. You might recognize that knoll up there. This is where I think there was a home in the late 1700s, early 1800s. We actually have some Native American history mixed in as well. So if you've been watching my recent videos, you've seen this site before. I got in here for like 30 seconds. Got a 19 signal, reading about 4 to 6 inches down. And I have something round, which is a button because I can see the shank. Haven't looked at the front yet. So we will look at this together. What have we got going on? Probably a whole lot of nothing. Let's see. Anything? Nope. Doesn't appear so. I'll come back if there's something on there. Let's see if we can get a back mark. I might take my gloves off. Because I hate when you can't get this stuff off. Tougher to do with gloves. Yeah, it looks like there might be a small back mark coming through. I'm not sure. But anyway, all right. Really good first few swings in here. We'll be back. It's easy picking out here today. I'm right on the edge of the field because the field itself is, you can see, super duper overgrown. And this is where I found the Maraviti, if you've been following my channel for a little while. So I figured maybe more of the stuff was kind of farmed down this way over the years, and I think I'm right. Got an 18 and 19 signal again, and looks like another button. So that is a good sign. Ooh, some gilding on there. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we got for a back mark, if anything. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But hey, 2 good targets in 5 minutes. Yes, please. I'll take it. Whew, I'm excited about this one. So, here's the top of the field. Definitely on the edge. You can kind of see a rock wall. Well, I guess you can't really, but behind that brush is a rock wall. So maybe about 15, 20 feet in here. I got a 23, 24, 25, just perfect coin signal. I almost thought it was going to be silver because it was so pure, but it looks like a copper. Haven't even felt the thickness, so heck, it could be a button, but it looks like a coin to me. That's a coin. That's a coin. You know what? I'm going to take my glove off for that one. I will be right back because I want to touch that with my bare hand. Looks like it's facing right. Maybe drape bust. I don't know. I'll come right back. Okay, ready to touch this with my bare hands now. I do think it's a drape bust the more it dries out, because it did kind of peak up to 26, and I've had some ring up like that. You know what, though? I think it's smaller. I think it is smaller than that. What is that? What is that? Are you my KG3? I am still short. King George III from 1770 to 1775. I had one that's 1799, but I don't have one of these colonial varieties, so that could be it. I don't know. I'm like shaking because it could be anything out here. This field has been crazy. All right. You know what? That could be a state copper. I'm not sure yet. Let me get back to you on this one. I'm going to let it dry out for a little while, enjoy the moment, and I will come back when this is dried up a bit and I have an ID, because I think I'll be able to get one out here. And Yeah, that might be a KG3. I don't know. Let me stop contemplating it. I'll come back when I know what it is. Okay, slowly but surely this is taking shape. I can just make out that date of 1788 on the bottom. So, this is one of two things. This is either a state copper, most likely a Connecticut, could be a Vermont, I'm not really sure, or it could be a counterfeit King George III. It's called a Matchin Mills coin. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And even though King George really did not want us making our own coinage over here, and frankly made that illegal, we chose to go ahead and do it anyway, like the Americans that we are. But we would specifically strike these so that they would look really worn, as this one does. So that could certainly be what it is, and then it wouldn't fit in the 1770 to 1775 date range that a normal, regal King George III coin actually would. So that might be what this is. I really don't know yet. It's just so tough to say, but at least I have a date on it, so that's something to work with. Hopefully I'll have an identification on the screen, but if not, I'm just so stoked to have found this. Well, guys, I can't believe this. I'm still right on the edge of this field, really in just the brush that nobody's wanted to be in, I guess, because I think it has been hunted before. Not just by me, but maybe people in the 70s and 80s. In any case, I've got like a 26 to 28 signal, and I pried it out. You can see it right in the center of the frame there. It was under a ton of roots. It was really difficult to get to, even though it was relatively shallow. Very heavy coin. Don't know what it is yet. Let's see. Let's see. What are you? Okay, this one could be difficult. All right, let's look at the other side. See if we've got some telltale signs at all. Wait a minute. Okay, it rings so high, this has got to be a state. So there's your Britannia. Then I flip like this. And I don't know yet. So, once again, we're going to have to let that dry out. But wow, what a day. This is awesome. Whatever it is, I'm going to be very happy with it. Okay, I'll be back with you in a few. Yes. Okay, well, there it is. I'm not going to get a lot of detail out here, but you can see Octori on the left here and some lettering over here. I'm assuming it's going to be a Connecticut. You kind of see the bust, and that's the way they look, but I could be wrong. But this one I am positive is a state. The last one, in case I haven't already cut in, was a Matchin Mills King George III counterfeit. Don't think I'm going to get a date off of this one, but I could be wrong. These historically have cleaned up terrible for me. This is my third or fourth one. I can't remember. They always clean up so poorly. So I'm getting footage and images while I can before it crumbles into nothingness, unless I get a surprise and it actually cleans up well, which would be really nice. So, awesome day. Well, I'm just cutting in at the end here very quick to show you the coins, because I'm sure everyone's curious as to how they cleaned up. And you can see not very well. I'm getting some decent side light though as the sun is going down, so that's kind of nice. It's actually looking better on camera than it does in person. So there's my King George III. Not much going on there, but you can see the bust. If I can get a bust off of a coin, I'm a happy camper. The back, not much going on there, but I did see 1770 something when I was cleaning it up. So, like I was saying in the video, or captioning rather, it's definitely not a Matchin Mills. It has been suggested that this could be a British counterfeit, as opposed to an American counterfeit, or it could just be a regal King George III, which, if you don't know coin terminology, that means legit coin. So anyway, here's that one. And our Connecticut copper. Now, it looks like I rubbed this to smithereens. I actually didn't. I did use the Andre's brush tool on this one just to remove the dirt, and I actually didn't do it very rough. It's just, Connecticut's for some reason don't generally clean up well for me. So you can see the Octori there on the left, a bit of the bust in the middle, and you can just kind of make out the C right there at the end. So not a ton going on there. Reverse is pretty nice. You can't see the date, but this was identified by my friend Chris as a 1786. And for those of you who know who I'm talking about, I won't use last names here, but he's kind of a really good coin guru, and will shout out the variety of your tree coinage or Connecticut or other state coinage. No problem. He's got better eyes than most people I know. So that was pretty much the highlight of the video, and that's why I wanted to show you. And now we're going to jump into those giveaway rules. Okay, giveaway time. For those of you who saw last week's video, you may recognize this book and the role I played in getting this into print. That's actually taking entirely too much credit, but I did write a 3-page article in this book, and I haven't given you a single spoiler on what that is yet. And I also assisted the author, Chris Altman, with filling some gaps in the book with different images that I had available to me that I was willing to share for print. So I know to you guys, when you see giveaway, oh my god, that's going to be exciting, it's going to be a pinpointer, it's going to be a metal detector. I know this isn't a metal detector, but for me, this is near and dear to my heart. So many of you have come to me and told me that you really appreciate what I give to the metal detecting community in terms of the knowledge that I've actually absorbed like a sponge over the last 5 years, my identification of really oddball relics, and just in general, I try to keep myself available to you guys whenever you need help. All of which you guys have reached out and told me you appreciate very much, and that means a lot to me in turn. So with all that said, this is a very appropriate giveaway to me because this is kind of the culmination of a lot of what I have wanted to give back to the metal detecting community, which was information. And here it is, willed into reality in print. So if you would like a copy of this book, here's what you have to do. Number 1, you must be subscribed to the channel. Number 2, you need to give this video a thumbs up. And number 3, just drop me a comment that has any reference to this book, using the word book, because I am going to throw all the comments into a random comment picker so that I can choose the winner. Get creative, tell me you want that book, tell me why you want that book, just kind of keep it PG. Now, so you know to look for it, I will be putting up a very short video on Wednesday to draw the winner. And as I was just kind of rambling through, I'm going to use a random comment picker to choose that winner. And remember how I said you had to be subscribed? That's because I am actually going to look through my subscriber list and make sure that the name of the commenter matches up with one of my subscribers. Yes, I will look through over 3,000 subscriber names. Anyway, so that's the giveaway for my 100th video. Good luck to you. And remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week and on Wednesday to choose the winner.